ancestral veneration, and my African deities. In Africa, we have some deities that are evolved. We have some that are not so evolved. We have some that are very good in root work. We have some that are pure elemental spirits. Some people gravitate to different deities based on their energetic frequency. But for me, the way I see it, I prefer the ancient Kemetic deities, the ancient Egyptian deities, because this is the only spirit. First of all, is the mother and father of all spirituality on the planet. Every spirituality gets their spiritual idea and concept from ancient Egypt, from Kush. Even the Sumerians got their spirituality from there. And it is the only spirituality that is really backed with scientific evidence. It is not hocus pocus. As we are practicing, you are seeing the science of it. All scientific principles in mathematics, physics, and chemistry, it came from ancient Egypt, from ancient Africa. This is where everybody studies. All the so-called Western secret societies, this is what they are studying. So it's only natural that I study from the masters themselves. And I am from Africa. And these people have been trying to hide this knowledge from us for thousands of years, trying to remove Egypt out of Africa, trying to hide this stuff. If this stuff is not powerful, they will not be doing all their best to hide it. So that is what I practice, and I think that for me is the best form of spirituality. And the deities there, they are very powerful deities, ancient gods, and they don't really discriminate. They're open to everybody with a pure heart. Yes. So anybody that I think that they are going to reject, those are people that don't have good spirits. The lion race once again. Only those people that we have problem with the Egyptian deities. If you see most Western people, when they talk about African spirituality, they only talk about Orisha system, Udon, Palo Mayombe. They never talk about Egyptians like Egypt. Yes. See the way they do? Yes. Any spirits, anybody that is lying about your history and your spirituality, that person is a bad person, is your enemy. That is how I know many of them are controlled by evil spirits. Spirits that will not acknowledge truth, that will not acknowledge the origin of a black race, that will not even acknowledge you as a human being, that will not regard anything you have done, that the black race have contributed. And is that not a bad person? A bad person. These people, 99% of these so-called Western practitioners, they are enemies of Africa. You'll be in their group every day. They are talking about spirituality. They can talk for 5 years. They will not mention one thing about Africa, like Africa does not exist. I notice this in a lot. When I join a group, I go through all the group. I just focus on what these people are doing. I just try to read to get a feel of their spirituality. You find out at the end that these people, they are not good people. I cannot leave the religions of we have in Africa. We have not finished studying them. Then we're going after one strange spirit that I have no connection with because I want money or I want something. All those are things that you get by yourself. We're already best known with those things. We don't really need to call names of spirits to get things into our life. We just do simple spells and you manifest those things. And the way you see these people work, they come online, they claim to be summoning and invoking deities every day, left, right, and center, but they cannot really do anything good to uplift the life of anybody. And at the end of the day, they want you to come give them money to do something for you. If you claim to be invoking all these high-level powerful deities, and yet your life is a total chaos, like a rumble in the jungle, even me that don't invoke high-level deities, I'm living a better life than you. Have a balanced spirituality, then what is the point of you doing all those things you are doing? What is the point? No point. Most times they do it to kind of want to feel superior, especially to new people, people that are new to spirituality, to let them feel that these people are superior. Okay. I summon these deities, talk to deities, I talk to this, I talk to this and that every day. I talk to Lucifer, I talk to Azazel. In fact, they open wash plate for me. All those kind of things, meaning I'm equal, I'm high level, but yet you have nothing in real life. Your life is a chaos. The marriage is a problem. You don't even have a good relationship. Don't have money. Don't have any physical thing. But yet you talk to all these spirits every day. What is the point? Does it make sense? No, it doesn't. So you see this kind of people. This is the kind of people I see in the left-hand part community. Then they talk about Brazil rites doing abominations, abominable rites to summon evil deities into you. These are things we don't need to do in spirituality. Another thing we also notice in their books that most of the rites they are kind of doing is how to make them become more like a black person.
Yes, definitely.
9 series DNA that black people already have. How to get 666, 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons. How to get more melanin into their system. These are most of the rites that these demons are telling them to do, meaning they are not complete people, they are deficient.
Definitely.
So many things. I have told them in my channel several times, I have told them, if you people want to get melanin, you want to be like us, the easiest way is to come to Africa, you marry somebody black. Marry a black person, you can get a lot of melanin from there. You have black children or mixed children, and your children can become more natural. Is it not the easiest way?
That's the easiest way. Yes.
But due to their hatred and their shallow-mindedness and their wickedness, they still want to feel superior to black people. They want to steal the melanin spiritually. They want to steal it. They don't want to go through the normal way because they want to be superior. That's you see the mentality of these people. Very wicked people. And many of them, due to the way their system is, they cannot even last long on this planet.
Yes, yes, they
cannot last. If they have intelligence, they should be trying to be more like black people, trying to run things with black people. But instead, they want to like dominate the black people, kill them off, and then replace them as the real human beings. That is the mentality these people have on this planet. They have been trying to kill black people since they came out of their cave from Europe. They have not been able to still kill us. All the bad things, all the biological welfare, all the starvation problems we have in Africa, they still have not been able to kill all the black people.
They can't.
They carry this kind of mentality, they carry it into their spirituality. So we have to be careful with this kind of people we are dealing with. I see them every day. Sometimes some of them try to insult me. Even yesterday, one of them, I posted on my video on one chat. One of them was telling me that my video is not a left-hand part. What's the difference between? I tell them there's no difference between right and left-hand parts.
Yes.
It's only your part. It's telling me that what I'm posting is right-hand part stuff. I just look at, due to the fact that I've been posting so many things on the group, I didn't want to insult the person. So I said, well, I just tell them to follow their own way. If we talk about left-hand path and right-hand path, there's actually no difference.
There's no difference. Yes.
It's just a bullshit ideology, and I will tell you why. Okay, the left-hand path people believe that they are trying to separate from divinity, right? I don't see the point. We are already naturally separated from divinity. Okay.
Exactly.
We each humans have a unique personality, right?
Yes.
All created, let's say before spirituality, when a child is born, your fingerprints is totally unique from any other human being. If you are an identical twins, it cannot be the same with your twin.
Yes.
So you are a unique individual.
Yes.
You are already a separate entity already.
Exactly. Yes.
When you die, whether you are good or bad, white or black, or you are into left-hand path or you are into right-hand path, you still go back to this divine light or darkness. What will happen is that your memory, we came here to experience, we bring nothing here. What we came here is to gather experience. That experience, your memory, your hard drive will be stored there. Then depending on your level of consciousness, if you are so attached to the physical plane, you will be formatted and sent back here to start a new life, to gather more memories, more experience.
Yes.
If you are not so attached, you are more attached to the spiritual things like us, you might still carry over some of your previous memory to still come back to live your life here again, or to go to another planet or maybe another higher level of a spiritual evolution. But the fact remains that you're already a separate entity.
Yes.
Whether you're from divinity, we are all separate entities. So the notion of saying right-hand path people are only focusing on going back to be united with the one divine essence, and left-hand path people want to stay away from that divine essence. It is, to me, it's totally bullshit. You cannot be totally separated from the divine essence. You will die. It's complete death. because we are already connected to that source. Something created us already. And whether we like it or not, we have that connection no matter how far we stray. If we say we want to sever out that connection, it is death. Just like you have a power station, a power line that connects lights to every part of the city. That light that is animating me is animating you. Whether, no matter how far I am still connected to that light source. If that transmission is cut off, will I have light anymore? I'm totally, I will die. So those so-called demons or evil spirits, whether you like it or not, they are still connected to divinity. So no matter how far you go, as far as you have that divine spark, you are still connected to the divine source. So there's actually no difference between left-hand path and right-hand path. It is actually your path. And you have your own unique identity in you as an individual, as a spiritual essence. So the ideology of the left hand and the right hand, for me, is total bullshit too. What I will see is gray. Yes, I can decide to say, okay, I will do good works today. When I am practicing goodness, I am the right hand path practitioner. I decide to kill somebody with a spell, I'm practicing left hand path, black magic.
Everything has its time and season.
Yes, so that is the way I see it. So there's no clear dichotomy, there's no demarcation. So for those people that are pushing this demarcation, for me, maybe they are new people into spirituality or they have not really understand how the thing works. So what I look at the guy, I'm trying to tell him this thing, he's still focusing on left-hand part one thing, because I'm posting spells. The spells I'm even posting are spells that will help people prosper. Left-hand part people can use the spell, right-hand part people can use the spell. It does not have, so I don't see what is his problem. He just want to prove that he knows something he does not know anything about.
When I encounter such people, I only ask them one thing: have you practiced magic? And most of them can't answer that question.
No. I think he does not practice. He doesn't really practice. They just think that if they see somebody that is not like them, that is not into some dirty, low-level spirits like the way they go, they think that this person is a fluffy bunny or is not practicing real spirituality. That is the way they think.
So I wanted to ask you again about there's a spirit, okay? They call it the mermaid here.
Which one?
A mermaid.
Okay, mermaid, yeah.
Yes, sometimes it's a snake. These spirits, they live underwater.
Yes.
These spirits are often went to for maybe riches and wealth, and sometimes pacts are being made between humans and these spirits. So you find often a pastor, somebody who is a nothing and no one, they go to that spirit and then they make a pact, and then they are exalted to a higher power. After being exalted to a higher power, there's a certain criteria of offerings that need to be given to that mermaid or low level or snake spirit. So you find that every month maybe they take a certain amount, they put it on top of the roof, and then when that spirit passes, it passes with it. Sometimes a sacrifice is being done that you shouldn't marry, you shouldn't have children, and then each and every night you sleep with this spirit, and then also it takes care of your yard, it cleans everything, and then in the morning it vanishes. Sometimes you even have cases of people staying dirty to actually become rich, because whenever they try to wash, to get a bath, they say that the soap, it's not good for the mermaid, it does something to their eyes. Sometimes all these bizarre things. Do you have such things in Nigeria?
A lot of them. We have lots of them in Nigeria. See, let me talk about the mermaid first of all. The mermaids are half human, half fish. These are the spirits of the water elements.
Okay.
That's the spirit we call mermaid. Although in the water world, we have so many kind of spirits there. There are so many. There are even stories of people living, races that are living under the sea.
Yes,
so we have lots of spirits there we have not even been able to catalog. there. For the main water elements spirits we have are the man-made representatives. In the fire, we have the salamander, that fire lizard, that's the spirit of the fire element. Then the air, we have the fairies. Then the forest, we also have the fairies too in the forest, the gnomes. Gnomes, these are short, we see them in the garden. So we have different spirits. So why people go to water deities much is that we are directly connected to them.
Okay.
Water is life, and the human body is 70% water. You see? So we are already like 70% already connected to the water element already. So they are very easy for us humans to work with.
Oh, okay.
That's why you see many African spiritualists with low knowledge that we say, I am from the water. You see 99% of African spiritualists, they always claim water connection.
Yeah,
You
definitely.
are 70% water. We are not all from the water, okay? But due to the fact that we don't know about spirituality, they always play, I am from the water, I'm from the water, this, water shine, water. Water spirits are easy to work with. Water is life, water is living, water is energy. The whole world is made of H2O, the water molecule. So when you want to make some kind of pact, you go to a particular spirit, you call to them, they respond quickly, fast, very, very fast. You can use them, they have personalities just like the way humans are good and bad. We have good and bad water spirits, depending on what you want to do.
Oh, okay.
So some people that have bad intentions, we go to these bad spirits in the water as well. Then we make pact with this spirit, maybe these evil pastors once again that want to deceive people. You will also see bad spirits that we also work with them. The thing is that nothing goes for nothing. You want some things, you have to give up some things. Depending on what the spirit wants and needs from you, they will tell you to give up those things. The spirit can give you conditions. If you agree to those conditions, you have a contract. So based on the kind of wealth you want, we also involve the kind of conditions that will be given to you. So that is how it normally works. You can accept the conditions or refuse the conditions. It's all a contract. So people have different contracts with different spirits. If you are in the spiritual path for some time, you will also have contracts with some spirits as well. It's normal. You meet some spirits, okay, I will be doing this for you, you'll be doing this for me, or I want this. You have to meet this. So people have good and bad contracts. In Nigeria, the problem now we're having is the problem of money rituals.
Okay, yeah.
There's a lot of ritual killings in Nigeria for money.
Okay.
This is a very, very serious and big problem. And many people believe that if you want to get money in Nigeria, you have to use somebody, a human being, to make money ritual. And so like every day, if you check Nigerian newspapers, it's like horror movie.
Wow, really?
Teenagers that are killing other teenagers to do money. Yesterday, there was a news. 3 teenagers killed another teenager for money ritual. These are people that are not up to 20 years.
Wow.
Last week before then, there's another case of another teenager that killed another teenager to cut their head to make money. We have serious problems like this. We have problems of kidnapping every day, organ harvesting, people missing private parts, especially girls. A lot of girls are being killed. Their private parts, breasts are cut off. Their eyes are taken for money rituals. The fact of the matter is that this practice is being fueled by the Nigerian Nollywood industry, our film industry. Is promoting this trend. If you are into Nigeria films, you will find out that the major theme of Nigeria film is people doing money rituals and they get rich.
Yeah.
That is the major theme. The second major theme is people doing spells and then the efficacy of the spiritual of Jesus Christ having power over the African culture. If we see somebody in the beginning that we have a problem and one we go and meet a native doctor to do something evil, then the thing will start happening that the person that was offended will now go and meet a pastor, then the pastor will now pray and kill the native doctor and kill the bad person. So the normal trend in Nigerian movie is that you will see pastors destroying African culture, destroying forces of evil, which is representation of African spirituality. And then you see people that want to make wealth or want to get husband using African spirituality in an evil way to get those stuff. So majority of Nigerians now believe that the fastest way to make money is to go into human rituals. And they actually believe in these movies, and they have been killing people a lot to do money rituals. So if I want to go deep, there are people that are even believing that you can eat excrement and you will be rich. You can do any sort of things, you'll be rich. These things do not work. It is all lies that have been perpetrated by our film industry. I also say it many times that if Nigeria want to be serious to stop ritual killings, they need to ban any film that have the term of ritual killing inside.
Wow, is it
Because
that bad?
actually believing these movies to be real in
Wow,
Nigeria.
that's a problem.
Yes. Yeah, it's a big problem. It's a big problem. So many people believe that by doing evils, by killing people, you can get money. So now they now have been able to successfully associate African spirituality with everything evil. Many times I'm afraid to talk about African spirituality in Nigeria because people will want to group you with all those people that do those kind of evil things.
Yes,
That's
yes.
why I talk about certain subjects in African spirituality so that they will not group me and those people together because a lot of these evil things,
They call you a witch, a wizard.
yes, a
And then
lot of these evil
they even want to ban you. Yo, these guys.
they will even ban you. So
I,
I'm very careful when I talk about African spirituality, especially in Nigeria. In fact, most of my audience are not even in Nigeria. Most of my audience are in America, in Brazil, Latin America. These are Africans in diaspora that are trying to connect back with African spirituality. Those are the people that mostly watch my channel. People in Nigeria, they don't even care about my channel much because what they know is that people that want to get money, they need to kill somebody to get money. If they see that you are not talking about killing somebody, they will say it's not real spirituality. And in Nigeria now, we have a lot of these secret cults, secret societies that are into group minds, whereby they kind of take blood oaths together to use group mind for manifestation. We also see a lot of young people joining these secret societies to get wealth. It's very sad. They don't know, they just want to have money, they don't know what they are doing. But what they're actually doing is that they are binding their spirits, they are destroying their spiritual evolution because of material gain that they are going to get in this lifetime. So many young, stupid people are running into all these secret societies to get wealth now. We have that problem in Nigeria now. Misconception of spirituality is a big problem. People don't know what they are getting into. And we have a lot of these evil spirits that are running around the country, these evil pastors, so many evil spirits are running around in Nigeria doing a lot of evil things. So, part of me starting this channel is to expose the misconceptions, bring all these things to light. Not every spirit is good.
yes.
Not every spirit is evil. People need to know the difference between good spirits and bad spirits, but many people don't know this. And African spirituality is not all about doing evil. It's not all about contacting evil deities. It's not all about money rituals. It's not any of those things. Those people that are doing those evil things in the name of African spirituality, they are deviants. There are so many scams in African spirituality. If you go online, every day you see people coming to your inbox telling you they are this, they are that, they can solve all your problems, you should send them money. A real spiritualists never do that. You don't go into people's inbox on Facebook. You see these people, they are fake people. Some will even create Facebook groups that they offer spiritual work, they do this, they just
I
scamming
mean,
people left, right.
I mean one of them. Ah man, those groups. Whenever I post a video, you find comments under it.
Yes, they do that. You know why I always put my symbol on my videos? Because some of them even lifted my video and took it as their own, saying to be me. I was shocked. I said I was shocked, unbelievable. Writing
Wow.
on that they are the one that is doing the video, my own video. They want to use it for scam. So immediately I took action. If I see any of them, I block them, I report them, I've blocked report enough. They even attack me spiritually, some of them even attack me spiritually, came to fight me in the
I've
dream.
heard of that. Okay. Okay, how did you discover
In
that they were
so
attacking
many
you
cases.
spiritually?
So when I actually started this YouTube thing, I was now exposed to many of these people seeing the real nature of so-called spiritualists that are claiming to do the work. They are just scamming people and sending evil to people. When you come to meet them for problem, to solve your problem, you are dead. They are going to do something that is going to bind the free will of the person. Then they start controlling you to get money from you. They have put so many people in bondage. As I'm speaking to you, they will send you stuff, they will send the person chain that is for protection. Immediately the person puts on the chain, the person, his mind is gone. They do that a lot to many people. So I tell people, there are so many bad things going on here. You want protection, there are many stuff, you should do this by yourself. You don't need to buy stuff from all these people. Exactly. Many of them in Nigeria, they are bad people. You go there for problem, you are dead. What they do is that they try to get every information about you, get your bank information and the rest so that they can know how to bill you. So when they know that you have money, they will now increase the nature of your problem for you. So they will start telling you have to pay this. The payment never ends. You are going to pay till you die. Then when you get of pain, you want to talk, they start threatening you. Many times they blackmail people. When you go to meet them, they find out you are doing anything illegal, they will write it down, get evidence against you. Then they will start asking money from you. When you want to threaten them or go to the police, they will now open that black file to blackmail you that you are doing something bad. That is why they do this to a lot of people. That is one reason many people are afraid of going to African spirituality, because they run away from church. They go to meet this evil native doctor, this evil native African spirit, and they often do them something that is much more worse than what the pastor is doing to them. So they run back to the. So I tell people the best way to practice African spirituality is by yourself. You don't need anything. You need to know history, African history. Once you know African history, you know basic spirituality, you set up your altar and start calling your ancestors. You don't need to call any spirits. The only spirits you really need to get in touch with, first of all, are your ancestors, because you are the physical representation of them and they are the closest spirits to you. So if there's any spirit that have your best interest at heart, it is your ancestors, because you are representing them in human form. Yes. So those are the spirits you should be calling on first before you think of any other spirits. If you want to gravitate, we have popular spirits that are out there that everybody knows. These are spirits that people have been venerating for thousands of years. Everybody knows the characters of these spirits. Then if you feel drawn to those ones, you can go there. You can start calling those ones. But a spirit that nobody knows their name, just come from nowhere, somebody is telling you to make pact with this spirit, you should be very careful. Most times they are lies. These are the low-level deities that have not done anything for humanity, that are, they are criminals or evil spirits, that they are just coming from nowhere. You see some spirit that come in a magic book, no history, no origin, but they want you to call them up back with them. Anything those spirits can do for you, my ancestors can also do it for me. Definitely. I don't need to call. So if I need something, most time before I need the thing, my ancestors, they already provide it for me. They're already working out. I work because they know I'm working for them. I'm doing the work as I'm supposed to be doing it. So they're already guiding me. They are always with me. So I don't need to call any strange spirit. What do I want to call them for?
You don't need.
I don't know. I'm not thinking of coveting somebody's property. I'm not thinking of doing some evil stuff to go and steal people's things. So I don't need all those things. This is not in my lifestyle. Somebody that want to do evil. Those are the kind of way they think. So you call on your ancestors. They will always come for you. You light candles, you give them offerings, you can start your veneration from there. And that is how you pick. That way you can be able to be protected against these evil people, these people that are lying online, these scammers, fake spiritualists, they're everywhere. So serious. So that is the reason I come out online to be teaching African spirituality. Most I teach it for free, but I also ask people for donations sometimes. I'm trying to grow the channel, to expand it, to get more outreach. But most I teach, I have already done many videos on how to practice African spirituality by yourself without any middleman. That is my main focus. So I have done a lot of videos on that, and many people have been coming, have been getting stuff from there, and they are also happy as well. That is the way you can actually know this stuff. You have to practice it by yourself. Exactly. So you cannot fall victim of these evil people.
So now we have a case. No, it was last year actually. So there's these other musician guys. So they had a dealing with a Nigerian guy in in the city here in South Africa. So apparently this guy made a pact for them, and then there was something that they had to do, and they didn't do it, and they died. Okay, this could be the case. They either didn't follow up with the offerings or sacrifices that they were supposed to be doing, and
Yes.
because they were famous, they thought that they were somehow above this. Can you imagine those people? All of them, they died. All of them.
Yes. They have to die because they are beating more than they can chew. Many of them are into those kind of pacts. I have seen many cases like that in Nigeria. These people that go to make pacts with these evil spirits, maybe the spirit will ask them to kill some people from time to time. They need to be killing people to renew their wealth. If they don't do this, they will die. There have been many cases of people killing their mothers. Even the same last week, there was another case again. A boy in Abuja invited his mother to Abuja, and in the night tried to kill his mother. The mother struggled with him, fell through the window. They caught this boy. I've seen so many cases of these people trying to kill their mothers and their children. I say, if you read Nigerian newspapers every day, it's like horror movie. These things are happening, and it is too much. So it is very, very bad. People going to these deities. These evil deities, they are wicked deities. They don't want you that have the wealth to be happy. They don't like happiness. So they actually always have to put evil into the heart of these people. They tell these people to do abominable things so that the people will also be wicked like them. So the wealth you are having, you can only use it to do evil in this world. You cannot use it to do anything good, to oppress other people, take people's wife, show yourself and just commit evil. And when you cannot deliver, you cannot kill somebody on time for the deity, many of these people go mad. I see videos of them going mad. Many of these people, they have been eating excrement, or I see many of the videos eat excrement to get money. They do all sort of abominations. So you have to be really careful with this kind of people because there are many of them now, especially in Nigeria. As we are
Even here,
speaking, so
even here.
there are many of them now that go to these evil spirits, these Moloch spirits. In Ghana, they have many of them. So you have to be careful with people you won't call your friends now. They are here with us. Now they just believe that they have to kill somebody to get money. And this spirit tell them you have to kill people. So they are going out there, anybody they can kill, their girlfriends, their sisters, their mom. They have to be doing this all the time. Be doing this all the time. And it's a very bad thing. So it's not a good thing, but it happens on a daily basis. This nonsense happens. Now in Africa, we have so many evil spirits running around. So it's a dangerous thing.
So even here in South Africa, in KwaZulu Natal, it's a province whereby the Zulus live. Okay, there's a place there. They often go there for such pacts. Sometimes they go there for their offerings, to give out offerings, and they go. You hear every kind of story. Sometimes they will even try to steal your testicles. Sometimes that slaughter that you are talking about, the one of
Yes,
removing the
you
female
are private parts. Do that a lot.
they do it even here. Even as recent as last year, when we were trying to go to a stream, we were basically trying to go there and do a ritual. So one of our friends was actually caught by these guys, these Zulu guys. They wanted to remove his testicles.
Wow, it's so
So
wrong.
it's a certain procedure that they have to follow. I think they have to scare you to a certain degree whereby the blood becomes warmed up and the adrenaline goes down there, and then they cut it. So that guy wasn't scared and he didn't react in a way that is required for you to be actually cut off. So do you know anything about that?
In Nigeria, they do it a lot. It's kidnap a lot. Anybody in Nigeria know that they kidnap a lot of people, especially close to December time, when
Yes.
end of the year. That is where they do a lot of many girls get missed, many people get missed, many children. Anybody they can catch, most times they target young people. They don't usually use old people because old people have used their life, They say old people's head don't bring money because the people are already old, no more money coming out. So they target young people that still have life to live. Young people, young girls, young children. They kidnap them, take their eyes, take their private parts, give to these evil spirits to get money. They do it a lot, it's a big problem. And sadly enough, our film industry is promoting this mentality. I blame Nigerian Nollywood. I hate Nigerian Nollywood so much because they are making our African people to be dull. I don't watch Nollywood. And if you see anybody that watch Nollywood, that person have a low mentality. Sorry to think, but it's a fact. Most of their girls, if the girl, one of the girls just say that they love Nigerian movie, I just know that you are a very stupid person. Because yes, they are very stupid. These are girls that don't think anything, people that don't think serious about life, people that have very shallow mentality, low spirituality. They are mostly Christians and Muslims. They believe they are so superstitious. These are the people that watch Nigerian movie. Because Nigerian movie, all they talk about is superstition, in wishful thinking, things that we not, no practical way of doing things. The comedy is even they're trying in the comedy aspect, but in the other aspects, they are not trying at all.
I see the comedy aspect. It's the best.
The comedy is good, the music is good, but our Nollywood actors, many of them are very stupid, very low mentality. That's why they have not been able to break into Hollywood. If you see Nigerian music now, Nigerian music can be said to be #1 on the world now. Nigerian music is off the scale. But we have Nigerian movie industry before our music, but our movie industry have not been able to move far. Our actors are still low-level actors because there are low mentality people there. And they are the ones that are promoting this money ritual movie. Now the youths are killing people, joining all sorts of abominable secret cults. These are things that you will not even do. Cults that you will not even join. This kind of spirits that they are the one controlling things. Spirits that will tell people to kill your own mother for money. For how much? For what? Kill people to make money. Be killing people oh God, it's very painful.
And then
but
even
it happens.
after doing that, these spirits, they desert you, and then you end up going to prison.
The spirit will tell them they have to be doing this. Not that they won't do it, they have to be doing it every year to get it, because these people are people that don't want to think. Blood money ritual does not work because you have to keep killing to sustain again and again and again and again. So the people keep killing. We have so-called politicians too in Nigeria that are into the blood money rituals. In order to maintain power and position, they have to be killing people all the time. So it's a very big business in Nigeria. Ritual killings. It is it's a big problem in Nigeria. It's a big problem. So we are careful, and the people that are doing it now are young people, not even old people, young people, teenagers.
Yes,
young
age,
people.
basically.
Yes, they want to like buy the latest car, live the best life, and we have people that are into what they call Yahoo, internet fraud. These young boys are into internet fraud. Most of them are into this killing thing now, to get money, to get client, eating shit, doing abominations. They have done so many kind of evil stuff in Nigeria based on this. So all these things they are doing is like giving a bad name to African spirituality. Actually, it's giving a bad name to Africa. So when you mention African spirituality, most people will think that you're like into those kind of stuff. So part of the reason I bring this channel is to bring out the misconceptions too. I have spoken against that. I did a video on that ritual. We still do another video on it because the situation is getting worse now. We're having children doing money rituals, teenagers doing money rituals. Now, teenagers involved in kidnapping. I have to do another video. We have not spoken against too much about it because our movie industry, they need to ban those movies because people are believing this now. People believe what they see on TV.
They actually do. Yes, they actually do.
People believe what they see on TV. So they need to ban all movie pertaining to do with money rituals. Must be pulled off. So when people don't see those nonsense, encourage movie that show people doing hard work to get money. And actually go after these criminals in society, these big time politicians that are stealing African money, embezzling it, actually put them in prison. We make the youths believe that There's a humility in hard work. There is virtue in labor.
Okay, I have another question for you in regards to the snake. Okay, the snake that lives underwater.
Yeah.
You have stories that whenever that snake comes into contact with you, when you look into its eyes, sometimes you die. And then if you see maybe a mere reflection of it, you faint. Also, the snake has capabilities and powers of disguising. Sometimes when you are near a stream or near a river, you often hear whistles or melodious tunes to attract you to actually go into the water, and then it does something to you. They say that it wants your brain and it wants your blood. And also, again, they say that it has power to disguise into something that you desire the most. And then as soon as you look at it, it captivates you and then it draws you in and then it does whatever it does to you. Do you have such stories also in Nigeria?
Well, in Nigeria, we have a lot of stories. Snake, as a symbol of its own, have many connotations. Some people view snake as a good sign. People view snakes as an evil sign. There are many spirits that take snake in their form. Some people see snake as a symbol, the serpent as a symbol of wisdom. In ancient Egyptian spirituality, snake is seen as a symbol of wisdom. So the ancient Egyptians considered themselves the children of wisdom. That's why you see they always put snake in the crown of their
Definitely,
forehead.
yes. Over here.
You can see the ends of the rod of M. Trimegistus. You will see the snake that wrap around the rod. If you look at this medical symbol too, you will see the snakes from the Kundalini. So based on your question, some people see snakes as a good sign, as a sign of wisdom, a sign of prosperity. We also have bad spirits that can take the form of a snake. So I believe basically any spirit can take the form of a snake. A good spirit can take it. A bad spirit can also take the form of a snake.
Okay.
So maybe this particular snake you are talking about is a bad spirit that is manifesting as a snake.
Okay.
So it must not necessarily be that all snakes are bad. Not all snakes are bad. We have good snakes too. We have some earth deities that take the form of snakes.
Okay.
In some cultures, people venerate snakes. Some other cultures, they hate snakes. Most African cultures, actually, in the time past, I think they kind of venerate snakes to a certain level.
Yes. Yes.
They see snakes as symbols of wisdom and animals you can learn a lot from. And you know, snakes are very clever animals. They're actually intelligent animals, and they're also very ancient as well. You can learn a lot from them. So they don't necessarily see snakes as bad. Even Hindu people, they also venerate snakes. They don't see snakes as evil creatures, as that they venerate snakes too. But we have snakes in the water, some like the anaconda. We have these boa constrictors. In Africa, some deities appear as snakes. So those cultures that venerate them, they don't eat the deities, they don't kill the snakes, they don't eat snakes,
Yeah,
they don't harm them, go into their houses. So we also have some evil deities that also manifest as snakes.
Okay.
Like me, for instance, if I see a snake in my house and I don't have any deity as a visitor that I'm expecting, I will naturally kill that snake because it's not supposed to be in my house.
Yeah.
And you didn't tell me you are coming for a visit.
Yeah.
So I will assume that the snake is an intruder. But if I see the same snake in a bush, I will not think the same way because the snake is in its natural environment. It is supposed to be in the bush. So I will not kill the snake because the snake is on its own. Except the snakes come to attack me. That is when I will know that this snake is on a mission.
Yes.
So that is the way I see this kind of situation. So we might have some evil deities manifesting as snakes that will come to attack you. Those kind of things we also seen that There have been cases of people making pacts with a deity, the spirit, and the spirit come as a snake. Either the snake will go into their stomach, will go into their body, or the snake will bring out something, will vomit something, that they will take the thing and they will eat it. We have those kind of cases a lot. We have people that maybe you have problem with somebody, have an issue with somebody, then the person sends snake to me in the dream to come and attack me. It happens like that as well. So for me, snakes, anybody can use snakes. Good spirit can use them. Bad spirit can also use them for whatever they want to use them to do. So that's why I see the issue.
So everything that you said basically about African spirituality, a lot of it I can reconcile it to what we do and practice here in South Africa. I used to like to look at your spirituality, the Nigerian side of it. I used to think it was powerful because of the stories that I hear. But now, since I can reconcile many of the things, I can actually see that we are one thing, and
it's one, basically.
definitely. Wow, it's so amazing that we have so much similarities. And at a certain time in history, I understand that we were actually one because we all originated in, I think it's Eastern or Western Africa. And then
Yeah.
yes, and
We
then,
are just one people with different cultures, different language, but we're operating as a unit. We don't Africa does not have any boundary like the way we have now. This country, that country, no lines. It's just a group of tribe living at different towns, different field of land. So you can actually travel from one point to another, really meeting people. It's just like a kind of tropical paradise, no boundaries, freedom of movement, of trade, and communication. And then with time, people choose to build a capital city where the Kushite people came and they say, okay, let's build let's start developing our spirituality, the scientific principles, let's start demonstrating it. They
oh,
came
okay.
that way. They stopped building monuments in ancient Egypt, ancient Ethiopia. They started from Ethiopia went to Kush, from Kush they went to Kemet, for the reason that seemed that place of Kemet, that place that the Great Pyramid is the middle of the world. They built that very thing there. It is not by accident.
Oh,
So
okay.
we can see that Kemet was sort of our capital city of Africa. So we know when you have a capital city, you see everything that is going to be the best place, the most developed place. So it was the capital city of Africa for thousands of years
Oh,
before every tribe was going there, was interacting with them, we are doing things, and we are living a very good life, colonize the world, do a lot of great stuff. And later, as the story goes, every good thing must come to an end. Later on, we start having enemies, people coming in, trying to take over the place, take over the culture, trying to infiltrate intermarriage, business, coming in trade, even with bad intentions. So with time, we start developing cracks, failure of leaderships and stuff start happening. And eventually, we are overrun by the enemies, and this is how we are now in present time. Maybe there's hope of Africa rising again, who knows? But for now, we just have to make do with what we have,
yes.
try to survive and try to pass the knowledge to the future generations, and try to maintain our a strong presence of mind and our dignity, and trying to wish for the best. Well, that's what we are trying to do now. At least we are still here.
Another thing that I wanted to touch on, there's these pseudoscientific guys, these African guys, African conscious guys in America. Some of these guys, they spread false knowledge, and it actually does more damage to going on. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Oh, yes. So this knowledge that they give out actually does more damage to spiritual aspirants and seekers more than they can actually do good. So these guys, what do you have to say about such guys?
Well, what I have discovered about the Afro-Kemetic society in America is that, like I will say, all Africans, we are recovering from the effects of colonization and slavery.
Okay.
So we have people that some people don't want to come to terms with what has happened to us.
Okay.
I've seen practitioners of African people that have came out that are saying that they have no connection with Africa, that they are indigenous
They doing it now, yeah.
to America, that they are blacks, they came from there. They are ashamed of the stigma of slavery. You have to be ashamed because what have happened to us as an African people is the most painful and most shameful thing that you can say have happened to any race in the history of the world. What we passed through in the hands of the Arab slave trade and the transatlantic slave trade is a very serious tribulation. I can say it's 1,000 times worse than the Holocaust. That these Jews are saying that is the worst thing in humanity. What has happened to Africa is 1,000 times worse than what happened to the Jews in the Holocaust. So many people are ashamed of that history. I will not blame them. If they don't want to associate with Africa, I will not blame them. They are victims of the evils that have happened to us. And even with the current state of Africa, as you see that Africa is currently weak, poor, and struggling continent. So I've met Black Americans that are even ashamed to be associated with African people because they look at us. Yes, I have met some. I see it in their eyes. When I have met some, they are ashamed to associate with us because we are weak people. Nobody wants to associate with somebody that is a failure, somebody that seems to be poor and struggling. So many of them are thinking and saying this.
Okay, that's why I'm
like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods, that is his father is a Black American. He's saying that it has nothing to do with Africa. He even create his own unique race. He created a race for himself that is not African American, that is not Asian. Somebody like that is ashamed of African heritage.
Okay, that's why sometimes you even find them spreading the propaganda of the left-hand practitioners.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have articles on YouTube that are saying someone like Coolio, that song Gangsta Paradise, is one of them that is saying that it's not have nothing to do with that. It's a real original African American. Well, I will not argue the fact that there were also some Black people that were in America before slave trade. We have 2,000 years records of Africans from West Africa actually traveling to America before Christopher Columbus discovered America. So there are also some Black people that were living in America before the transatlantic slave trade started. Yes. I will not argue with that fact as well. But most of the people that are saying that they are originally from the Black people originally from African continent, the American continent, they are clearly not originally from there. I have met Africans that are originally from there. We also know those ones. They just want to cut off link with Africa due to the past. They don't want to associate with whatever they feel that the shame or whatever. They don't want to associate with them. Then some also other ones are also pushing an ideology of hatred due to the fact of what have happened to Africa people. They are like hateful, full of anger and hatred towards the white and other race. So they are kind of pushing a spirituality of Black supremacy, of kind of isolating themselves from any other race that is not African, and pushing a very strong ideology of Black supremacy, or how we say Black racism in a way. That is also destructive to the African spiritual practitioners, because if you follow the ideology of those people, they are always like in a blame game of the white man did this to me mentality, so therefore I am like this because of what the white person have done. And they are not actually doing anything to change the situation. They are just, what they do is just complain from morning to night, keep complaining. They are not actually changing anything. That is not a good thing. That is, they are like in a constant state of anger. When you are in a constant state of anger, you cannot really produce anything. Definitely. You cannot really advance spiritually because you will be trapped in a low vibration. Yes, you are not vibrating with higher deities, with higher qualities of love and light. You are vibrating in anger and hatred. You'll be attracting negative forces to you. When you see people from other race, maybe somebody come to your shop or want to do business with you, you will push them away because they are not the right color. You'll be limiting yourself, limiting your prosperity. It's not supposed to be like that. So I have seen situations like that, and you see these people forming an association, trying to trap more people in that vibration of anger and hatred. It is not also good for spirituality. It's toxic spirituality,
Yes.
which will also lead to a part of self-destruction.
Yes.
So I always speak against it when I see it. There are some black groups I will go to. When I see like all the messages, all the memes they are posting, I just know where these people are trapped in the emotion of anger. There are some groups that pick my videos out because I use the picture of a white person on a thumbnail for my videos. They don't want to someone see any white image. They kick it out. When I try to talk about teaching African spirituality to everybody, they get angry. How dare you teach it to white people? The white people have done enough. They don't even want to hear it. They get angry at me. They fail to see the bigger picture. And at the end of the day, many white people are going to fall back to African spirituality because what they are practicing is not the real thing.
Yes.
What they are practicing is a part of self-destruction. And some of them will realize when it's too late. And then they're going to fall back to the real thing, how is it supposed to be? And then we are going to see teach it to them because that is the only way for them to go. That is the only way out. So the more they come to, they will still come to it in the long run. I know that. So we have to be ready for them. But we will still teach them the history. They must know the history and they must also pay their dues as well. So that is also in the works. For me, it's better they come to African spirituality than for them to become Christians and Muslims. Or what do you prefer? If they have become more Christians, it's a problem for the planet. They become more Muslims, it's even worse. They practice African spirituality that will teach them how to live in harmony with the planet and with the fellow man. So I believe this is a win-win situation. So I know that with time, many white people will come to African spirituality and they are already coming because they have seen the quality of what they are practicing. These so-called black demons they are invoking is causing so much destruction in their life. And when they see that there's no way for them, they want to find the true way. And many of them, you find that they are also trying to make contact with local African deities to get connection to the planet. Although they will be calling this their demons every day, but you find that when you go close to them, that they have an African deity they are secretly venerating, studying this stuff. I'll just laugh and say, so you want to connect to this planet, but they will never talk about it. So at the end of the day, we will still teach them because they are coming. Yes. And we need to unify this planet. That is the way we are going to grow. Black people are not the only ones in the planet anymore. We have different races. So we cannot kind of isolate ourselves, but we carry them. The ones that can take it, we take it. The ones that will be rejected, will be rejected. They will shuffle themselves with time. This system has a way of reshuffling people. So we'll leave it to them. Because the vibrations there, they are very strong and powerful. If you can take it, you will take it. If you cannot take it, then it's not for you. So everybody is invited once again, but nobody is delighted. That's the way it is.
So before we close, I have a last question for you. There's these guys that like reading a lot of theory and all these big terms in regards to spirituality. What would be your advice to them?
Okay, for those people, we call them armchair scholars.
Yes.
Recently, some white people called me armchair occultist because I always sit in my chair and talk about spirituality. I don't do stuff, but I just look at them and laugh because I'm not practicing the same thing. The same nonsense you people are doing. You're calling me armchair. You're calling me armchair. My chair, I've done so many things, very powerful spells. You have to practice. It's not all about reading. It is like, although you will read a lot, most of them history, let's say 60% is reading, 40% practice. Reading is also a form of meditation, but people don't know it.
Yes.
Reading is a form of meditation. When you read the right information, you are actually installing, upgrading your operating system to a higher level. So you must do some reading, I agree. But after you have gotten this new information, how can you know it's working? Are you not going to test it? That is not, you do the spell. You must test the spell. You must try it out for yourself to get your own personal experience, if it worked or not. That is how you grow from a student to a master. The
Yes.
difference between a master and a student is experience. Nothing more, nothing less. I have been doing this for a lot of years. I have more experience than the person that started yesterday. So I'm in a better position to tell them what will work, what will not work, to put them in the right path, to tell them the techniques that we use to get faster results. That is why I'm here today. So reading is not enough, then theorizing. You must test it. That is why I know you, when you test it and you tell me about your experience, that is how I know you are growing. So I always encourage people, you have to do the spells. You have to practice what you preach. You cannot be preaching and you don't do this stuff. You're not going to work, you're not going to grow. So those people that are always talking, until they start doing something before we will take them seriously.
Definitely.
What they do is just have to talk. And when people see that all they do is talk and do nothing, people will run away from them.
Definitely.
Empty barrels make the loudest sounds. Yes,
So,
people that don't do it.
I'd
Just
like to
according to time, just do it.
just do it. Yes.
So that's the way it is.
So thank you, my brother. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for speaking with me, having this wonderful conversation. Much
So,
love. I'll tell the people where to get your content. I'll link it in the description. And also, can you tell the people where they can find you?
actually, you can find me on my channel, YouTube channel, Afro Scientific Spirituality. The channel is on YouTube. I talk about African spirituality. In the channel, I try to separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstition, and the concept from the misconceptions. I go into spell works. I do a little bit of spells. I talk about topics that are difficult for most people to talk about, most occultists. I try to go to those gray areas that many people overlook. That is what I focus on. It's not that I'm trying to be a tough guy or to prove that I am a hard guy. It's that I came to YouTube late. By the time I came to YouTube last year, many people have taken all the simple topics. So there's nothing much for me to talk about. I need to
Definitely,
talk about
definitely.
topics that have not been covered. That is why I focus on those topics, those hard topics, because they are the topics that people don't really talk about. I noticed. So I say, okay, I'll be talking about these topics. And also, too, I want to create a safe space for people that want to learn African spirituality without passing through a middleman, without falling into scams, falling into these evil spiritualists, people that want to practice it by knowing the real truth and to know how to do it by yourself from the 0 point or from the novice to the master level. So I've created a lot of videos you can learn about African spirituality very easy. A lot of videos are there. That is the sole aim of me opening the channel. So you can reach me there. And I'm very happy, and you can also subscribe to the channel. I'll be grateful. You can ask questions about African spirituality and any topic on spirituality. I'll be very happy to answer those questions. So that is me for you. My name is Efe West once again, and it's my pleasure to be on this channel. And I'm very happy, and I want to thank you, Absolute Inspire, for bringing me for the interview once again. This is our second interview. I'm so happy, and I'm very delighted, and I want to thank the viewers as well.
Thank you, thank you. My viewers, please subscribe to the channel, The Way of Dharma. Until we meet again, thank you.
Okay, have a great day.
Have a
Bye.
great day. Thank you.
Well.